What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. Welcome back to some more of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's time for some more Korok hunting. And this video, I take on the Lanayru region in this game, which, honestly, I don't even remember. This was like fucking hours upon hours ago. But, starting off here, we got, one where you gotta throw the rock in between the weird, like, rock formation thingies. And, yeah, I like this area, like, where this is the shrine that we unlocked, I think, with the whole, like, Cass, shrine quest, where you had to, bomb, like, you had to, like, bomb all of the blocks, and you had to ride the wind current, and then, like, land on the whatever the thing is, the pedestal, to make the shrine appear. I like that area. Like, it's a cool area. And there's actually quite a bit of Koroks around this one area. And I get in a fight with, like, a Lionel here, a silver Lionel. And I had to cut it because I was fighting him for quite some time. Even when the footage is sped up, I didn't want it to be too repetitive. But I guess I should say, like, right now, the way you're supposed to fight silver Lionels is, or the way I fight them is, every single time you kill a silver Lionel, you get the Savage Lionel bow, which is either a 3-shot or a 5-shot. And what I like to do every single time I'm fighting Lionels, silver Lionels, I like to take the Savage Lionel bow. First off, you need to have a shit ton of arrows, especially bomb arrows. That's what I recommend. Then what I like to do is just spam them with bomb arrows with the Savage Lionel bow, and never really give them a chance to react. And every now and then they'll come running at you, and you stasis them, hit them in the weak spot, and then every now and then they'll be like paralyzed for a certain longer amount of time than usual, and you can go in with Urbosa's Fury and unleash hell on them. That's how I recommend fighting them, Lionels. That's how I fight them. For your first silver Lionel, probably I would say just get your most powerful bow, and then have a shit ton of bomb arrows, and just spam them with bomb arrows, and that's how I kill the silver Lionels. They're really annoying to fight in this game, and you need a lot of Lionel hoofs in order to upgrade. I think it's the Barbarian set. I'm not quite sure. But yeah. It's so freaking annoying whenever it's nighttime and these stupid Lizalfos thingies come out. I love to just, like, sneak up on the Hinnixes and just fucking unleash hell on them and, like, slash the shit out of, like, their fucking nuts. That's kind of, actually, dude, that's kind of brutal. Why the fuck did you just say that? Oh, whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of Koroks in this area. This one is, I think, one of the Follow the Flowers ones, and I didn't speed this one up. And freaking Warthog just, like, running around, doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. But, yeah, come down here to get this Korok, and, you got a pretty nice view here of the ocean. I think that's Eventide Island in the background there. But yeah, I mean, now you want to warp back to the Sheyota Shrine. So bad. Why do you even try, dude? Like, you should just shut up. Okay, this is another one where you have to use Magnesis to get it. I like these Magnesis block puzzle Koroks. They're actually pretty fun. And, yeah. What's the next one? Let me see. Oh, I think you have to, like, blow up, like, a box. You have to blow up these, this boulder for the next Korok, and I need to think of something entertaining to say right now, because if I don't, this is going to be a yawn fest for me and for people watching this boring shite. I don't know why I'm talking like a fucking British person, like shite. Wait, no, that's German. What the fuck? That's like German. Like, Scheisse is, I think, yeah, Scheisse is shit in German. What the fuck am I even saying? I have no idea. It's actually like 4 o'clock in the morning right now. My dad's gonna wake up in like 30 minutes, so I figured I would just do this post commentary before he wakes up. And I was surprised. This region was like 3 hours of footage, and I managed to cut it down into 30 minutes. I guess I mean every minute, like the way I've been speeding this shit up, every minute I'm collecting like about 2 or 3 Koroks. So that's why these videos are so short compared to the original sessions. You know, occasionally, I mean, for the most part, I use ×8 speed, like I've said, but occasionally, if the Korok is extremely close, but not too close, I'll put it to ×4 speed. I do that a couple times in this video. There were some difficult Koroks for me to edit through in this. You know, I mean ones where when I cut the video, I had to go like frame by frame to really match it. Because the thing about it is, when you're like editing videos like this and you're making like sped up footage, it's one thing. But when the footage is sped up and you're adding like a really significant cut in there, you have to be dead on, or else, you know, it's going to be sped up, and then all of a sudden it's going to be like you're over near this waterfall, and all of a sudden you're just on this green hill, and people are going to have no idea where the fuck you are, and you just have to edit like the cuts really precisely. That Korok looks like he has a freaking heart-shaped face, which is kind of funny. So that was an obvious cut right there from daytime to rain, you know, because once again, I'm doing the Korok after another here, and I'm fighting another Lionel here, and this is a regular Lionel that's actually pretty easy. I think this is the one that I killed in the story mode, like when I took on the first dungeon. Memories. But yeah, back to the weather changing. You're gonna notice some cuts here where it's gonna be sunny. All of a sudden, it's raining or some shit, because like I said, I mean, this was still a period of time where every single time I collected a Korok, I would stop, look at the guide, and then go after the Korok. So not only am I having to speed up the footage in between, I'm having to create really tricky cuts, because in between Koroks, there's at least like 30 to 40 seconds where I'm just standing there and I'm watching the guide, and I have to make the cut like super tight and perfect. So you're going to notice weather changes and time changes like that, like from daytime to nighttime. But yeah, this is like the area surrounding Zora's domain, and I mean, the Lanayru area is pretty cool. I think this is the area, like, when I had all 899 Korok seeds, when I finished in the Akala region, because the Akala region was the final region that I actually went hunting for Koroks. And when I had collected 899, I think this was the one region where I was missing the 900th Korok that I had yet to collect. This was the region where the guide I was following, Caticulated, did not show the location of one of the Koroks, and because of that, I had to go out and buy a strategy guide. But I'm going to stop talking about that, because, I mean, man, I realize I have very repetitive commentary sometimes. Like, I'll repeat things over and over and over again that you guys have literally heard tons of fucking times. And that's just how I am in like real life. I repeat myself a lot. I don't know, because I guess I feel like people tune me out sometimes, and I guess it makes me feel the need, like I need to repeat things constantly. Either that, or I can't think of anything else to say, so I'm just repeating the same shit like over and over again. That's why I had so much trouble writing essays when I was in high school and stuff, because I would write like a 5-paragraph essay, and they're like, yeah, you need to cut this down, or you need to like get rid of all the repetitive sentencing, and you have to freaking still make a 5-paragraph essay, which is BS, by the way. Like, my speech teacher tells me the way that your high school teacher is teaching you guys, those of you in high school, how to write your essays is like bad, because they teach you how to write essays that are very informative, yeah, but they're not concise, and essays are supposed to be like to the point and concise, because I don't know. Why am I talking about school and essay? Oh, what the fuck, dude? Okay, so we're in this area right here, and you're gonna climb up this tree, and there's a cut there, and this is a you have to shield slide in order to get this one, because like there's no other way to get down here in time other than a shield slide. Shield sliding is so fun in this game. There's actually like a shield sliding mini game that I don't think I'm ever gonna show in this playthrough. I did try it out at one point when I was grinding for the materials for upgrading the clothing. And yeah, I'm actually just gonna let you guys know right now. First off, I said in the last video that when I was upgrading for the armor, I spent at least 15 hours upgrading armor. That is inaccurate. I spent way much more time than that. I spent at least 30 to 40 hours grinding the fucking materials for upgrading all my armor to level 4. And none of that footage I recorded at all. But I did that on purpose, because I'm not going to show you guys me running around collecting this and then that and then this and that, and stuff you've already seen me collect. Instead, what I'm probably going to do when I have, because I have the footage of me at the fairy fountain upgrading everything to full levels, I'm just gonna post narrate that, and I'm gonna have a list of all the materials you need to just to tell you guys what you need, and then you're on your own there. And this is the first instance where I actually fought these bears, and they actually kicked my ass. You can't really tell when you're watching this, because it's sped up footage. But the bears, like I said, they will kick your ass in this game, so you got to be careful. So this is one where you got to get another rock and place it in the missing spot of the circles, or the circle. I'm drinking my freaking clear American flavored water. This stuff is like great. Seriously, there's like 0 calories in here, and it's not even like. I mean, it tastes. I don't know what. My commentary sucks. My commentary always sucks, dude. What the fuck am I even talking about? So here you want to grab this rock, and you got a pretty interesting set of ruins right here, and you're going to take you to this rock formation and put it in the missing spot to get this Korok. 149. Interesting. And now you're going to fast travel over here to the Sheirata Shrine. I've actually fast traveled here before. You're going to see that a lot in these videos, me fast traveling to the exact same shrine a bunch of times. I don't know. This guide that I followed wasn't, like, it had me jumping all over the place a lot of the time in this game. This is another one where you have to throw it in between the center of the rock formation. And, yeah. It starts raining. I love the way the rain looks in this game. Like, the animation is just so cool. Freaking Yiga Clan, I swear to God. Like, I'm not even playing the game now, but, the Yiga Clan is still annoying me. Like, they just appear all the fucking time. And you're like, go away. Like, leave me alone. Rebane Shrine. I don't know if that is a reference to any Zelda game. There's a video, like, on YouTube where this guy goes over, like, the 80 Easter eggs in this game, like, references to other Zelda games, and it's pretty interesting. I recommend you check it out. And here you want to shoot this fire arrow to, like, burn all of this this dried up thorn stuff or whatever surrounding this Korok under this rock here, and I just love fucking dropping it on the boulder on their head. It's so freaking fun, you know. I do it like all the time. Every single time there's a Korok where I have to like lift up the boulder, I just fucking drop it on his head. And with this one, you want to like run here, and there's a boulder you have to use stasis, and you have to hit to get this Korok. And the next one is actually like pretty tricky because like it's it's one of those Koroks. It's like running around, but like it's just like all twinkly and whatnot until you collect it like and examine it. And in a giant area like this where the colors are bright and shit, like it's hard to see Koroks like that where they're like shiny and like I don't know how to describe them. Like they're like all sparkly and shit. Like this. It's hard to see these type of Koroks in giant colorful areas like this. But yeah, I come across a lot of Koroks in this particular region that I've already collected. This is one that the same one with the tree, but I had a bit of trouble getting this one. I had to speed it up. Like this is ×4 speed right here. That wasn't ×8. That was ×4 speed. But yeah, I come across a lot of Koroks that I've already gotten in this region. In this video. Which is he actually I'm telling you, like sometimes when you're watching Link like in sped up, like when he's sped up there and he's running, sometimes he looks really funny. Like when you're not like full on dashing, it looks like he's just like skipping or some shit. Like it's funny. I don't know why. And I fucked up the apple placement here. But did I screw it? I screwed it up again. What the hell? Alright, yeah. There we go. Yeah, but now you want to go to the Dakatus Shrine, and these white like Lizalfos are super annoying. By the way, all of the white enemies are really annoying, and I'm not trying to be racist there or anything. I'm white, so I don't know why that. Whatever. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Okay, these white Lizalfos are really annoying, and I can't stand them sometimes. It's like all the like I said, all the white silver enemies are like really annoying. White Lizalfos, the white bokoblins are pretty annoying, but the white Lizalfos are even more freaking annoying. So this next Korok is actually gonna be actually I think I kind of struggled finding this one, even though the editing is instantaneous. There's a moment where I had to like pause to figure out where he was, but he's actually right here. Once again, he's running around, but I mean it was nighttime out, so it was easier to spot him. And that one looks like he has a freaking butterfly on his face. Like what the hell, man? That looks stupid. Stupid. Stupoid run of Nintendo Capri Sun, the Super Mario Bros. 3. Why am I always referencing Nintendo Capri Sun? I have no fucking idea. I don't know, like I have this really weird thing where like if I'm editing videos like this and I don't have to listen to the audio because there's no live commentary, I like to just listen to like funny shit like Nintendo Capri Sun. Like sometimes if you just listen to him like play a game, his commentary is entertaining. Like he says some funny ass shit and it's like I don't know. Him, sometimes I like to listen to reactors. I'm weird as fuck, you guys. But this is another Korok where you have to put it in the rock formation. And at this point, this is starting to get repetitive. I am seriously considering getting some guest commentators in on these because I don't know if I can handle sitting through 10 more of these, because I have to edit them, and then I have to freaking do this and that and commentate, and I got a lot of chew jelly there. But this is another Korok where it's actually like all twinkly and sparkly and shit. I'm saying a lot. Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't even be editing videos. I should be like writing, like, I'm in script writing, and I'm writing a script right now for a full-length film, a feature film. I should be working on that shit. Like, I have to get the first act done by the end of the semester, and the first act of a script is like 30 minutes, or yeah, it's like the first 30 minutes of a movie, basically. So, and usually scripts, the way scripts are, like movie scripts, is a page of a script is like a minute of screen time. So, I have to get the first act written, and I've only got like 7 pages because I've just been so busy doing a bunch of other stuff. And so technically, I really only have like a month to get the first act written. Hopefully, I can do it. I don't know. And I have a freaking not an impromptu. I have a informative speech that I have to write. I've already written it. I have to rewrite it, cut down like 300 words, and make it like add more quips to it, because my teacher, he doesn't like take points off of he doesn't like give you less points if there aren't any quips, but I mean, it's just better to add humor into your speeches because it makes them more fun, and it like gets the audience's attention more. And here I go again talking about school, but I mean, these are my priorities. Editing videos is not all I do. I've gotten better at keeping up with the rhythm of putting up videos like this every day. I've just gotten better editing videos and uploading videos. Not like I'm trying to show off or anything, but yeah, whatever. And I was taking this rock over here, and this Octorok that was shooting at me was so freaking annoying, I swear to God. That was weird. I dropped the rock, and then the Korok appeared, and then I picked the rock. I don't know. That was weird. I'm telling you, these Octoroks in this game are so freaking annoying. I never minded them in any of the other Zelda games, but in these games, they're so fucking annoying. So now you have to come here to Zora's Domain, and you have to climb up to the top of whatever this thing is. I had a little bit of trouble, as you can see, getting up here. Eventually I got up there. And you're gonna jump towards this this thing to get this Korok. And then the next one is you have to climb up a little bit more, but it's basically all the way at the top of this thing. Zora's Domain is pretty interesting in this game. Like, I was also looking at areas like of this game. Because Zora's Domain and like the Goron City and I guess what am I trying to say? Kakariko Village, they're all the same villages from previous Zelda games. It's just since this game is like hundreds of years later, it's like the areas have changed drastically. Like Zora's Domain, this game has the same Zora's Domain as Ocarina of Time. Only that, in Ocarina of Time, Zora's Domain was like in a cave. In this game, Zora's Domain is outside, and they've kind of adapted to living outdoors and whatnot. And that stuff's pretty interesting. I enjoy like watching those videos, like learning more and more about this game. And as I've mentioned, what else? Lon Lon Ranch is also in this game too, from Ocarina of Time. And I don't think I've shown it. I don't know. I've been there before, but I just don't quite remember where it is on the map. Ocarina of Time is not my favorite Zelda game, but because, I mean, like, the thing about it is, like, I wasn't alive when Ocarina of Time was released. Actually, I was, but I was just born. So it was one of those things where I didn't play it until later, and at the time that I did play Ocarina of Time, like, I had played so many other video games, so it wasn't as earth-shatteringly amazing to me as it was to a lot of other people, because I can understand when that game first came out, it was, like, revolutionary, you know, and no other game was like it, and it was the first Zelda game to go to 3D, so it was pretty impressive. So, I mean, in that regard, I respect it as a video game, but I mean, like, in the end, I don't love it as much as other people do. I actually love Majora's Mask. I like Majora's Mask more than Ocarina of Time, and I think a lot of people do as well. Majora's Mask is pretty cool. I think I have it on here on um, the Wii screen, because you know, on the Wii U, if you guys didn't know that, most of you, pretty much all of you probably fucking know, because the Wii U's been out forever. Actually, for like, I don't even know. How long has the Wii U been out? I don't know. Have no idea. But you can still go to the regular Wii screen, and on the regular Wii screen, I have Ocarina of Time downloaded, or Majora's Mask downloaded. So, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll also play Majora's Mask. I don't know. There's so many fucking Zelda games I want to play, because I love Zelda. Like, I'm a huge Zelda fan. You guys know this. I've talked about it. This is the first Zelda game that I've ever done a playthrough for on my YouTube channel, which is surprising, because I've always said, like, I'm gonna do a Zelda game. Like, even way back in, like, my Super Mario 3D World playthrough, which was like my very first playthrough slash walk. That was more of a walkthrough, because I already knew what I was doing, and it was a 100% walkthrough of the game. But back in that walkthrough, I remember there's like a video where I straight up said, like, I'm going to be doing a Zelda game for my next, like, playthrough. That never happened. So, I mean, 4 years later, I'm finally playing a Zelda game, and I'm glad I got to play this game. I'm glad this game was my first Zelda playthrough, because, you know, this game's fucking a masterpiece in my opinion. And, yeah, I mean, there's so many Zelda games I want to play, because I've been playing Zelda for a long time. I remember, like, actually, I don't, see, this is the thing, like, I can't remember what my first Zelda game was, if it was Twilight Princess or Phantom Hourglass. I think it was Phantom Hourglass, and, Phantom Hourglass is, you know, despite all the criticism it gets, it's one of my favorite Zelda games personally, because, I mean, I have so much nostalgia with that game, you know, with all the 3DSs or the original Nintendo DSs that I owned. That was one of my first games. I remember like when I first played Zelda, like, the thing about it is, like, no matter how many Zelda games you play and how good they are, you can never get that feeling back, like, when you first play a Zelda game and you're like, I hate this, but then when you first solve that really tricky puzzle in your first Zelda game, there's nothing like it. And, you know, it makes you want to keep going. You keep going, and then after hours and hours, you finally beat that first Zelda game that you played. Like, solving that first puzzle the first time you play a Zelda game ever is one of the best feelings ever, and you can never get it back. I mean, like, no matter how many Zelda games you play, you can never get that feeling back. It's like when you see a movie and you love the movie, but, like, no matter how many sequels come out, they're never going to be able to recapture that feeling of the original. That's what it's like with Zelda. Like, no matter what Zelda game you play for the first time, like, the feeling of solving that first puzzle in your first Zelda game is so amazing, and that's why I love this series so much. I remember when when I first started Zelda, I hated it, but, like, again, when I solved that first puzzle and got through my first dungeon, I was just like, yeah, and I was like, I love this series. So ever since then, I've just been a huge fan of Zelda. So now we're on, like, Tingle Island now, and this is a really interesting area in the the world of Hyrule in this game, in my opinion. I just really like these islands. They're just cool. But we're approaching the end of this video. Man, okay. It went by pretty fast, this commentary. I guess when I just get something fun to talk about, or something that intrigues me and catches my attention, I mean, it'll go by pretty fast. It's more just like editing these videos is taking a long time. I'm surprised that this 3 hours of footage is 30 minutes. I was expecting it to be at least 40 minutes, but I guess it's not. So you get this Korok seed, and then the next one is, hold on, let me scroll over here. Just going with my mouse here. Is down here on these wooden planks, or whatever. And it's beneath this rock. I just love this area. There's so many cool areas. That is one thing I love about collecting the Korok seeds is it has allowed me to explore areas in this world that I haven't seen that are just cool looking, you know? There doesn't have to be anything there. Like, simply the fact that they just look like really cool areas is just awesome sometimes. So this is the final Korok seed. Just follow these flowers as usual, and you'll get it eventually. You gotta watch out for the flying guardians here, because they'll be all up your ass if they spot you. But yeah, this is the final Korok seed. Try and avoid these Octoroks. So, yeah, in the next video, I'll be taking on the Faron region. So if you guys enjoyed this, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.